Batman One Bad Day, Penguin Issue 1. So we talked about Two-Face a couple weeks ago. I really enjoyed that book. Two-Face is a character I quite enjoy. Penguin is one I'm always hesitant on. He's a character I don't really connect with. I have no attachment to him. He's not my least favorite of the Rogues Gallery, but he's not one I genuinely care about. But I was like, he's getting a big push lately. He's getting a freaking spin-off TV show of Colin Farrell, so I guess we're going to have to get used to some Penguin in our lives, so I can accept that. We'll see what happens, Maybe it'll be a fun book. This is written by John Ridley, who is he was tapped to be the new big name at DC Comics, writing the new flagship Batman book a couple years ago, and then poof, 5G Future State didn't become the big deal it was, and now he's just kind of off in his own corner doing his own Batman stuff, which is cool, but it's would have been nice to put him in the actual position. Good, he's doing good work. And then Giuseppe Camano, Giuseppe's doing the layouts here. It is an okay book. I'll be honest, I liked the Two-Face book more, and this one, it just didn't ring great in my head. So it's sometime in the distant future, and we see that Oswald has nothing left to his name. He buys a gun for $20. It doesn't come with any bullets. The guy feels sorry for him. He's like, dude, just take the bullet. And if you're going to do it, use it on yourself. He starts walking the streets, meets a nice tall dame. He's like, hey, you want to go for a ride, buddy? He's like, I don't got money for a ride. I got to meet a friend. We find this guy. I think his name is Max. He was an enforcer for the Penguin back in the day, sold him out to the Umbrella Man. The Umbrella Man is going to be the villain throughout this book. Essentially what it is Umbrella Man was the umbrella guy for Oswald when he was the top dog in Gotham. And as time went on, he just ousted Oswald from his own empire, kicked him to the streets, and became the top dog. That's what that is. And now Oswald's out for his own, path of glory again. He wants to get his name back. So he starts to get into a fight with Max. He ends up with 3 bullets. So he started with 1 bullet. Now he's got 3 bullets. He's coming out a little bit on top. Started out with $20, lost a couple, and he gets robbed by the woman. Now he's left with $5 and 3 bullets. And then Batman is interjected through this book. Don't forget, this is a Batman comic book. The character is going to appear a few times. Montoya is the commissioner currently going on. And you get a sense that Batman's just watching the world kind of fall apart in Gotham. Things are a little different than it normally is there, and he's not as happy-go-lucky as he used to be. I say that sarcastically. You know what I mean. Things are a little different for him. He's got a better relationship with the police, but things aren't as strong as they used to be. There's just too much going on that's more extreme than he's used to in different ways than he's used to. Meanwhile, Oswald's building his empire again. He meets Lily, who is his friend, an older friend that they've known for a while, who I guess has some metahuman powers. He's like, look, you and me, we had our differences, we had our falling outs, but you understood when people looked at you a certain way and treated you a certain way. So he's trying to get her on his side, talking about a story of his childhood. Then when he was like, kids used to hate me, and then they made fun of me, and I wanted to become the person I am because of it. So she offers to help him. Look, this story isn't breaking new ground when it comes to the Penguin. If you know Oswald, he's a funny-looking guy. The world made fun of him. He turned to crime. Well, he's going to go meet a guy called Frank, who used to be one of his top guys back in the day. And he's going to hey, you're running a new organization now. I need a couple guys to do a job. We're going to go after the Umbrella Man. He's like, are you crazy? I'm not doing that. I'm under good standing with the Umbrella Man. I'm not fighting him for you. And then Lily uses her powers and just punches some of the people up. Looking pretty intense and rough. You gotta dig it. We got a couple more pages to fill in this book, so Oswald goes into the story that we're all familiar with the character, where it's he had a birthday party, everyone was smiling and happy to see him, and then he found out that his mother paid for everybody to come to the party, and nobody respected him or liked him. So now he's got 3 bullets still, a strong woman who's going to help him through all his troubles, and a new enforcer named Elliot. And Elliot is the nephew to one of the guys that worked here, but Lily beat them all down, so he's going to be our new enforcer who's not really sure he wants to be in the crime ring, but he's got a temper to him, and maybe that'll lead them in the right direction. Essentially, Oswald's going to go blackmail the bank into giving him some money. He does that. He gives the gun to Elliot. He fires the 3 bullets into the air to scare everybody. And there you go. Things work out fine. Oswald's now up $250,000. He got it from the Umbrella Man. They have no more bullets, but hey, now we have money to go buy some guns. And I don't hate what this book is doing. It is kind of fun, and it's cool in its own way. It's also just like, yeah, it's just a rise to power story happening in the span of a couple days. And that's fine. I don't hate that. It is what it is. We see the guy at the bank goes to talk to the Umbrella Man. He's a suave-looking gentleman living in like the Iceberg Lounge. He's like, I'm gonna kick the shit out of the Penguin. Yeah, that's what's about to happen. Let's go kick some ass. And we see Oswald. He goes to find Frida. She's like, I'm not working for you. The Umbrella Man and I, we got a good standing. That's where things are. I'm not going to be your gun for hire. He's like, fine. I'm just going to leave my card here. There's $250,000 on it. I'm going to leave you this phone. If you need to call me, that's okay. See what happens there. So things are going bad. Because the Umbrella Man thinks Frida is working for Oswald, they come in and attack her, kill a bunch of her people. And because Oswald left the phone, she is able to call him and be like, okay, those of us who remain, I guess we're on your side now. We're coming to kick the ass of the Umbrella Man. And this is the thing I do enjoy about the book. It's presenting Oswald as like a smart person, which makes sense because you could see interpretations of him. He's a little bit more like a grimy, creepy freak, which I understand. DeVito did that. Farrell did that. Like the character can be this really weird interpretation, like the anti-Batman in a sense, where he's just like a grimy, dirty freak doing all this like disgusting crime. But he's probably one of the smarter of the villains in terms of like the way crime works. He is a Gothamite through and through. So I like when they present him in that fashion. I like what they're doing there. It's kind of interesting. Makes sense to me. And Batman learns it's the Penguin. That's right, folks. Batman is coming on the trail of the Penguin right now. Things are working. And there's some more threats showing up. But before, Oswald and his people go fight the Umbrella Man, they get into a meeting with Batman. Oswald steps up and he's like, look at you, dude. Look at what you've become. You've become a monster in your own right. This isn't the Gotham City we used to play in. This place sucks. Look at all the shit you let run rampant just by standing here to talk to me. This is all bullshit. You really think this is what you wanted to be fighting in? It sucks. You're a monster, a hypocrite. Let me get things back to normal. I'll run things the way they're supposed to be run, and everything will be hunky-dory. And Batman reluctantly agrees because he's like, yeah, I guess I missed the cat and mouse game. So, there you go. Is it an accurate depiction of Batman? No. Is it a good one? No, but it's happening. Then the big fight occurs. Everybody gets into a standoff, and you just see, like, okay, some people die. Most of the crew for Oswald survives the attacks. Everything's doing well. He gets into a fight with the Umbrella Man. He starts to beat the shit out of him. You think Oswald's dead, but he's a feral beast who just comes back into the form of life and just lunges and kills and rips bites into the neck of the Umbrella Man, leaves him for dead because he's an animal, he's a monster, and he is okay. He becomes the hero, the good guy, and you're like, yay, he's the king again. Gotham City can be restored to its former glory. Fast forward 5 months later, hey, the Penguin's back on top, baby, and Batman's like, you did it. Congrats. Still gonna take you in, though. He's like, sure. But you'll understand things are back to their usual. But they're never going to be the usual ever again. And you're like, okay, whatever, fine. So that's the book. Just watching Penguin rise back to the ranks of the top bird in Gotham City. And it's fine. I don't hate it. There's a lot more dialogue than you're expecting for a book like this. It does have a clear understanding of Penguin. If it's not saying anything new, it is giving you a clear idea of who this character is. I can't be mad at it for that because it makes sense. It's an interpretation to have for the character. It's all good. Not much going on, though, if that makes sense. Like, it is a simple story. It feels like we should do a Penguin one. So here's a Penguin story about him being a smart tactician in the war of gangs and crime. And that's fine. If you like the character, it is the character. If you have no real attachment to the character, you're probably not going to get anything special from this book. And that's okay. That happens. It's just one bad day. So, One Bad Day, the Batman book, The Penguin, issue number 1. I am going to give a 6 out of 10. So thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.